to school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. McNabb to throw. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. From 10 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game, how about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Point after, right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, there was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again.
And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready? Line's 50, line's 50. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Now a first down throw, McNabb.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's McNabb.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now McNabb. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their history. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a draw play. It's Portis. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 6. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 43. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A run with Portis. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Now a carry for Portis, and only able to muster a couple, down to about the 27.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. They hand it off to Portis. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. On the give, here's Portis. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you? And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Punching it in from a yard away as they are now on the board here in the first half.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Back to throw here. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 18 Gator. Here's the part now.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. They set up the screen to Portis. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 2nd down, McNabb. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Get the ball. Hatch it. Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well,
and for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he... taking a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Safarian Jenkins has it. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
2nd and 9 now. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 28. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Here we go, 50, Mike 50.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike's 50, Mike.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Let's get it.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Looked like he tried it all there, tried to use some physicality, right? Tried to use some footwork, some head fakes, but he was covered the entire way. Dogged in every step. That forced the incompletion. No separation at the end of the route.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Kenny Clark picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide.
And oh, it coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And he'll give it here to his running back. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. 39 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back in. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now back to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Second and 4. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Strip that ball.
Back to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Vita Vea able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. They'll look to throw here. And an alley to run. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a fourth down after the scramble. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. He'll look to throw. This is caught by Williams. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Buddy up. 2. Watch 52. 52's the mic. Okay, double it. Come on.
They'll run it with Williams. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Second and goal at the Steelers' 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
Get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Hey, watch it.
Here's a second and 7. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. They'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
A loss of 4 yards brings up 4th and goal.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 18 Gator. Let's go.
And a give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 17-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Lucky.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.